Hey Puppy Trades! In this video, we're going to do a video analysis update of Nvidia, Blackberry, Dogecoin, and Shiba Inu coin. So, Nvidia formed a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave 1 and an ABC wave 2. And I pointed that out before it entered a wave 3. There was at least the length of wave 1 placed at the wave 2 low for a bang wave 3. And that wasn't the first time I had banged Nvidia. I banged Nvidia a lot, actually. And if you know that Nvidia means vagina in its native language, you'll get that there's another joke there. But I really have banged Nvidia a lot of times. I'm really good at banging Nvidia. I unfortunately missed Nvidia most recently. This was called an expanded flat. Expanded flat, I would say, is the most difficult part of Elliott wave theory because wave B breaks the wave 1 high. Everything looks good, but in hindsight, I guess if there was a way to point it out, this wasn't the deepest wave 2 correction. It wasn't the deepest wave 2 correction. That's about it. But right now, what we're going to look for is we're going to try to see is Nvidia ending, has it ended wave 2? Because right now, any correction against 113, I'm expecting to be bought. I believe that this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave 1 and an A, B, C wave 2 that takes the form of an expanded flat. So if wave 2 is in, that means that 113.01 will not get broken. So that's the invalidation level. And what's next for Nvidia is that any correction against this dip or against this low, I'm expecting to be bought. So I'm expecting any dip to be bought against the 113, and I expect the length of wave 1 placed at the wave 2 low is going to take Nvidia up to 174. So how am I playing this? I own some NASDAQ longs, QDTE, and I'm going to expect that Apple and Nvidia are both going to be rallying into wave 3 together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave 1, A, B, C wave 2. If wave 3 is the length of wave 1 at least, then Nvidia can go above 174 before a shallow wave 4 and a wave 5 higher. If wave 4 retests the wave 1 high and wave 5 is the length of wave 1 placed at the wave 4 low, that takes Nvidia to a whopping 214. So that would be very high. And it lines up with another NASDAQ name, which is Apple. So I guess Apple's going to be in this video too. Very fun. But Apple looks very pretty. It formed a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave 1, and an A, B, C wave 2. And this looks like a pretty thumbnail actually for Apple. So I'm going to take a picture of it right now if you guys don't mind. Very pretty for Apple. Glad I got it in here because it really does line up with Nvidia. And notice that this correction, this is a really cool part of Elliott Wave that I want to say invented, is that there are special trend lines that only Elliott Wave theorists know about. I took the exact length of wave 1 right here, and I'll make it perfect just for the purists. The length of wave 1 placed at the wave 2 low. Notice how we're getting all these reactions on this imaginary trend line that only the wave theorists are going to know about. I believe this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave 1, A, B, C wave 2, and then this ended at the 61.8% retracement from this low. 1, 2, wave 3 of wave 3 is in progress. Just like Nvidia, they're setting up together nicely. The length of wave 1 placed at the wave 2 low can take Apple to 283 before a shallow wave 4 and a wave 5 higher. If wave 4 retests the wave 1 high and wave 5 is the length of wave 1 placed at the wave 4 low, Apple can go all the way up to 324. I do expect that 219 will not get broken for such a high price target. For such a high price target as 324, I believe a more appropriate downside level is the 78.6% retracement of 209. That's a little wide, but right now 219.38 holding is an interesting risk reward setup for this wave 3 of wave 3 in progress. In the smaller cycles, what can happen is that Apple can go 1, 2, 3 and look something like this, it could be testing this all-time high in the not too distant future. The 100 to 127.2% extension is a nice place for a wave 3 of this degree. That's 253 to 261 for Apple. Let's get into Blackberry. Blackberry, just to be honest, isn't the best setup, but I just wanted to update it. It's a really, I've hit a lot of these smaller stocks out of the park. Cloudflare was a very recent miraculous hit. Big Bear AI, absolutely incredible work by me. And Blackberry, I've been a little quiet about. Expedia has been another huge winner, but I don't, sell any Discord, and I'm much more interested on the future than the past. I don't really have time to market myself the way that a lot of these people market themselves. But BlackBerry went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, wave 1, wave A, B, C, wave 2, wave B. And my original invalidation was 1.79. It's all the way up at 5.25. I believe this was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves up. A, B, C, wave 2. And as crazy as it sounds, BlackBerry looks like it's within wave 3, possibly to a new all-time high. Now, that's a little far away. What could be happening in the more short term is that BlackBerry is going to go up into this higher range in the 70s and the 80s, and that's a really high price target as well. So zooming out on BlackBerry, very far away price targets in the long term. I just wanted to point that out, kind of pat myself on the back, but also say, hey, BlackBerry has a lot more upside. Dogecoin, very beautiful. I think this is a pretty count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, wave 1, A, B, C, wave 2, and then this massive wave 3 was predicted perfectly. Now an A, B, C correction is very clean. I love when it's exactly the length of wave A, place of the wave B high, being where wave C ends. This imaginary trend line is getting tested. And what can happen is Dogecoin can go on a wave 5 all the way up to 60 cents. Right now, the only useful invalidation is 20 cents, so 0.204. It's pretty tight for Dogecoin because Dogecoin is extremely volatile, but it's an interesting risk-reward setup. Let's put it at that. The Dogecoin could be going up to 60 cents, above 20 cents, and it's currently at 25 cents. Speaking of Dogecoin, another doggy coin. We've got the Puppy Bowl today. I've posted my decodes for you guys to see. Go follow Puppy Trades if you don't. Go follow Drip Too Hard or Yield Too Hard on Stock Twits, and go follow Blue Pilled Pup on Twitter. This is a wave 1 and an ABC wave 2. Blue Pilled Pup called it out first. I believe this is wave 1, wave 2, and then from this low another wave 1 and another wave 2. I expect this invalidation of 0.000108 to hold, and a little tighter level would be all those zeros again. 117. Wave 1, wave 2, another wave 1, another wave 2, wave 3 of wave 3 could be in progress, taking Shiba Inu coin up into the 6 range. The 6 range with a lot of zeros, 4 zeros, then 6 before a shallow wave 4 and a wave 5 higher. Shiba Inu coin could be going up to 0.000757. It's currently at 0.0000158. So interesting risk reward for Shiba Inu coin as well.